Blackburn
Enterprises.
Thank you for coming to our channel. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me. Back with a new series review. Today we're going to be reviewing
Insecure.
Insecure. Yes. This is
Season 4?
No, this is season 5.
Get
it
I always
together.
say that. I always think it's season 4, but it's 5.
I don't think you know anything.
I do.
All right, so y'all know what it is. Y'all know who this is. Y'all know it's by Issa, done. Well, she not directed, but created by, starring Issa. So where we gonna start?
At the beginning.
At the beginning.
When they come back.
If you watched season 4, obviously, it kind of ended, with Issa and Molly kind of not knowing where exactly they were at. They had a big fight, and then Tiffany went missing, basically.
Yeah, she did.
Because she was depressed. She was dealing with postpartum, and it pretty much picks up after that. So now they're at their reunion.
College reunion.
Yeah, at their college reunion, and they're walking around and doing what you do at a reunion. Right. And I guess you can't really see where Issa and Molly, they seem like they're still kind of hesitant to figure out how they are. Like, are we still cool? Where we at?
Cool.
And then Molly, she actually asked what's the name about how
Kelly, right?
Yeah, she asked Kelly. When Kelly and Tiffany, when they fell out, like how long did it take for them to to get back to where they were? So
right.
So I thought that I like that, the fact that, that's the thing about Tiffany and Molly. I guess throughout the whole entire journey of Insecure, they have definitely been able to, fight, get into it, and, kind of get over it and get back, You think that's realistic, or?
I think it is, especially with they've been friends since college, and they're in their 30s, so this is 10 plus years of friendship. So I think it is when you have longevity like that.
Okay. So long story short, at the end of this episode, they end up getting, they rekindle or basically get to the relationship and get to the point where they definitely want to try and
be friends,
and get back to the old times. I guess this is funny. It's a messed up situation because they end up getting robbed in this situation, which kind of brings them together because I guess they felt like they was in a life or death situation or whatever, and they got robbed by one of their old friends, which is messed up.
It is.
But they get robbed. But like I said, it brings them together. So let's see. What else you want to talk about? Or we can just go to
she's trying to figure out about Nate. What's going on with her?
Good old Nathaniel.
Before that, I think her and Lawrence was still together.
Oh yeah, but that's how at the end of this episode, that's what happened. Yeah, so she basically was like, she don't want no baby. I think overall she don't want to be she don't want to deal with no baby.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is
a real stepmom is what I
right, and I think that's a real thing. And that's one of the best things about Insecure is I feel like this is one of the realest shows that, and that's why I was drawn to it. Like when the way they talk, the way they speak, the different situations that happen, the awkwardness that Issa carries when she does different things that she's doing, it definitely seems real. Like a lot of shows, certain things happen and you're like, they would never have it like that. Nobody would never react.
That's not realistic, right?
No. But you don't really have that. Well, I feel like that. I could be wrong. Comment down below if you agree with me. Do you feel like Insecure is realistic or is it not? But yeah, I definitely think it's realistic when the way they react to things, and so that was definitely present when it came to Issa, and I guess she pretty much going through her head like, do I want to deal with a baby mama? Do I want to be in this awkward situation with Condola and dealing with this? And no, I don't think I want to do it. And she don't even really have to say it all the way. Like Lawrence already knew. Like I already can tell. Like you ain't even gotta say it. So, what you think about that? About her piecing out? Like I ain't finna deal with this.
Right. I think that was realistic. Like you said, it's like her and Condola knew each other too before she got pregnant. They didn't have no good relationship of friends. But
Condola wasn't like they wasn't like that.
Yeah, but it's just
Speaking of Condola, I'm just going to fast forward. Condola got on my nerves, especially in the early episodes.
Yeah.
She was not
accommodating enough.
Good word. Yeah. She was not accommodating at all.
A lot of people be like that for real though.
Yeah, she like
real life people be like that though.
Yeah, I think
all the time.
Yeah, I think that happened, and I think that's something that if we're gonna be honest about, and I think I like females aren't honest about, like if the situation isn't going the way that it. That a woman might envision it to go with the father of the child. She kind of takes that frustration out on him with his relationship with the child, and that's never cool. And it wasn't cool with the way Condola was doing. And then I guess in Condola's defense, I guess he could have done more, to try to be there for her. But in the same token, like he said, she kind of was making all the decisions. And that was present in the episode, I don't know if episode 3 or 4, when she, she's just being real short with him. He's trying to find out about the kid. And that's another thing. He found out about the kid through the text message.
Yeah. So I don't know what kind of relationship they had throughout her pregnancy. They didn't really show if they had conversation about how is this gonna work? Right. You decided to keep the baby.
Yeah, and we kind of gathered that, from the fact that he got texted, and I guess what played into that, which you find out later on, is that he got that job. Yeah. And so that made things, I guess, even worse because there was distance between, and this is like a big job for him. So, it ain't just like no little penny any job. Like right. This is a big time job. So of course he was gonna take it. He's trying to, the American dream, trying to get to the bag, trying to support himself, trying to support his kids. So getting that job, like, he felt was important. Mm-hmm. But overall, I mean, it's good that overall they got to a point where they can understand each other and be in the same room and basically co-parent. And that I really loved. I love seeing that because I feel like in this day and age, we're slowly but surely, as a society, trying to get to that page where we ain't got to be together. We got a kid. Let's do what's best for the kid, and that's definitely what Lawrence and Condola, and definitely within the black community. Like I said, that's definitely a good thing to see on the screen. And a lot of people would take pages out that book. Like, let's not focus on how I feel or how you feel. Let's focus on the child. Right. Okay. Where you want to go next? Wait, let me go.
I was just gonna say, back to Molly and Issa. When they got back.
Yeah, like, they did get
the night with each other. They was
sleeping each other.
Yeah, they was doing all kinds of stuff.
A pillow. And again, like I said, that speaks to true friendship. Yeah. Like I said, being able to bounce back and just to get right into things. Yeah. So yeah, I did like that. Mm-hmm. I did appreciate that. Mm-hmm. I guess going into Nathaniel, good old Nathaniel.
Yeah.
What do you feel, or how did you feel about their relationship?
It was all over the place. That's what he said.
I don't think it was all over the place.
At the beginning,
their relationship?
They wasn't together, then they were together. They wanted more, but they didn't have communicate. They didn't have good communication with when they first was trying to figure out, okay, what are we doing? Are we friends? Are we just, lovers? What are we doing? They took forever, it seemed like, to figure that out. And then once they did figure it out, then they didn't work out. So it's like, oh my gosh.
And I think Nate is an interesting character. I think there are men that are like him, and I think what I do like about Nate is him trying to, account for how he was. Well, yeah, that's what I was going to get to. Him trying to account for mistakes that he's made in the past and not trying to be that same person and being a different person, and trying to work through how he feels and analyzing things that he's done and being able to communicate that. Sometimes I think it might take it's good that he communicates, but I guess it would help a lot better if he was able to communicate it at the time as opposed to the next day. But
sometimes people have to process stuff before they can actually tackle it. So.
This is true. So comment down below if you wanted Issa.
If you was Team Nate.
Yeah, if you was Team Nate, basically. Yeah, if you Team Nate or Team Lawrence. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't think I really liked them together. They was cool. They was okay.
Yeah, but it seemed like something she was doing at the time being.
No, I don't know about that. I think she did like him, but I think she just really didn't work out her feelings, for what she had going on with Lawrence.
True.
And before we go there, I'll go back into Nick Dane and just some of the things that he went through. Just having a conversation with his I guess it was his friends. And,
yeah.
And that was even an adult situation for his friend to be like, you know, he was staying with his friend, and his friend to be like, he thought that it was his wife or girlfriend that had kicked him out, but it actually was him, and him being able to be like, well, yeah, it was actually me. You know, you were staying out all out night, and you would just pop up out the blue, doing all this, you know what I'm saying, leaving the door unlocked. Yeah. I got kids to take care of, and you know, you were bringing stress to the household. But then moving past that to still be friends, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was a big thing as well.
It was.
And in some situations, Nathaniel, I think he's definitely a mature man.
He is.
Him going through what he went through, he's definitely super mature. I feel like he should have. I don't know. Like, I feel like he maybe should have popped on dude at the barbershop. Like, dude had me heated at the barbershop. He came in there, he was doing all that talking, and then he called him crazy. Like, you going too far.
What you be saying? They used to call me crazy, and then they call me Batman.
That's just the shit. Got a bat and whooped him up. Like, and then they was all being like, and situations being like that. Like dude was being all cocky. I can't stand that when people do a little something and they want to get cocky and thinking like, oh, I'm this and that, I'm big and I'm bad. Nobody don't care. Sit your ugly ass down somewhere. Like, nobody do not care. So what? You got a couple of celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Like. They wanted him to. Oh, and it reminds me. It's funny because they was in a barbershop. It kind of reminds me of the barbershop too, if I'm not mistaken. When the white dude was kind of feeling his swag, feeling himself or whatever,
and he
like,
kind of bring all the people to the
right, and then he didn't want to like. And Ice Cube was like, "Can you go get something to drink?" And he kind of felt like, well, I can. You want me to go get some ice? That's what it was.
Privilege.
Like
entitled.
But yeah, dude was like, he should have. I'm gonna whip him up real quick.
You always want somebody to whip somebody.
I mean, the way like he's just he was making me angry.
Yeah.
But I think that's enough about Nate. Let's talk about Tiffany real quick because we're gonna save Lawrence for last. But let's talk about Tiffany. She really didn't have a big part during this year, but I do like how they sold Tiffany. I do like how she was able to communicate and express, you know. And I love that episode when they was all four. They was about to go out, you know, and they end up not going out and kind of just having like a girls' night at the house. She's saying she was gonna move to Denver, and you know they was crying and sad. And I feel like some of those, that's an episode where sometimes I feel like, were y'all really saying what y'all saying to each other, or was this really what was written in the script?
Right, because the show is about to end for real.
Right,
or
yeah,
what?
right. So I love I love their friendship. I love how Tiffany is, I mean, and that's the thing again about Insecure, like she has, you know, parts that you don't like about her, but she still is that friend that's going to be there for you, you know, she's going to be bougie, you know, she's going to feel, act a certain way about certain things, but you know, but she definitely cares. And one quick thing, I ain't going to stay on that long, but y'all comment down below, how did y'all feel about the whole AKA fiasco situation? Now, me not being a Greek, you know, I thought it was a waste of time. I felt like sororities or the AKAs had other things. It was bigger than this, than to be making a huge deal. And it'd be one thing if, you know, Tiffany was out there acting, you know, just doing a whole bunch of things. But she was really pretty much the stereotype of a typical AKA. You know what I'm saying? And Tiffany's doing well for herself. Tiffany has nice clothes, nice shoes. She, you know what I'm saying? She carries herself. She's never struggled, you know, for anything. So
I think when they put that in some shows or movies or whatever, they make up a fake, you know, fake sorority, a fraternity that's similar to that. So I guess that's why they was like, we not used to seeing this on TV like real life, and it's because she's not real life one. I guess they had the problem.
Well, y'all sorors, if y'all comment down below, let me know. Like I said, is it something that we just don't understand because we're not in those, you know, those Greek organizations, or you know, is it something that really wasn't that big deal? What do you think? Comment down below. Yeah. So let's go to what's her name? Kelly.
Yeah. Kelly's funny.
I love Kelly. Yes. I love her character. I always want more of Kelly. I think they did give her more this season, but I almost feel like I still wanted more. I don't know. Like I just
because she's not. I mean, I wonder if we can count how many episodes she was in. She wasn't in that many of the episodes in this season. But I know
I disagree. I think she was, but I think that's what I'm saying though. But I think she's not a lot. I mean, obviously Issa's the main character. Yeah. Issa and Molly are best friends, so they're gonna get the most screen time or whatever. Right. And then you have Kelly and Tiffany. Yeah. And so I think Kelly was there, but when she with some episodes she might be there. Like for example, when I guess at this point they had fast forwarded or whatever, and Kelly is working at Molly's office, and I think the only part was that the last episode? You sure? Yeah. I don't know. Or maybe I don't know, but basically Kelly was working at the office, and Kelly pretty much was just saying, "Hey, you need to pop in."
It's like a cameo,
right? Almost like so, yeah. But yeah, I love Kelly. She always has something funny to say, and
I really liked the episode when they had the game night, like you said, and she was like, "It's the game." Like she kept on blaming everything on the game. Like, this game has a tendency to do stuff. Yeah, I like that part.
And I liked how her I guess kind of her growth, so to speak. You know, her I guess her dying, quote unquote dying at the beginning, and then and I think her going through this enlightenment, I guess trying to change her life where people don't take her as the joke, and almost like they kind of wrote that in because I think a lot of people didn't want her to always be the joke. It's like sometimes she was just only like for comic relief, and we really wanted more for Kelly and wanted more for Kelly's character. So I think they kind of did. She stopped drinking and had enlightenment, so to speak. So I love that about Kelly.
Talk about Molly and her mom and her whole.
Yeah, that was sad. That was so sad.
Yeah, it was. And it was like a scare. I like how they did the scare and then the actual
Yeah, they kind of worked up. I mean, but that's typical. That's how it is.
That's how it happens.
And again, it was a real I cannot stress enough how real this is, how real this show is, and unfortunately, that was just a real thing that goes on, and parents, not communicating, everything that they have going on. And not wanting you to worry, but you not wanting me to worry still gonna make me worry. And so that was a sad situation.
And how Torian was so empathetic.
Oh, speaking of Torian, who knew that was gonna happen?
Yeah, that was cool.
So comment down below how you feel about that. If you like Molly and Torian together, did you see that coming? Did you hate that? Did you think they weren't gonna work? But I like how that happened, and you know what? That's probably. I didn't even think about that until now. That's generally how a lot of relationships work. I think if you go through all the seasons, a lot of times she was looking, she was trying to find, trying to hook up with somebody, trying to do this, trying to do that. With Torian, that just never, it didn't, she would have never in a million years, you would have asked her beforehand, she would have been like, Torian, get your ass out of here. She would have never, but just the natural progression of their relationship. I just really like that, and I think they really fit each other. And I think another thing is because maybe she just never got a chance to or know Torian outside of the office.
Yeah.
So maybe
and them not knowing her either outside of the office. When they went to that retreat and she got drunk and she just let her hair down, they was like, oh, she's not the stuck up bougie person we thought she was in the office. Right. So they kind of gave them a different outlook on her. Right.
So I did like that.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm just gonna go to all the other characters real quick, and then we'll maybe end with Issa. I love Chad. Again, he's another character that I wish had more screen time because he's just...
He always got something profound to say.
Profound, but his delivery is what really makes it. He talks at a mile a minute, but everything he be saying...
Be head on.
It's on point. On point every time. So I love Chad. I did like they had a... What's his...
Dro? Not Dro.
They did have Dro. I was thinking of somebody, the guy, the blood.
Yeah.
Can't think of his name right now, but I was like how when she was kind of reminiscing. I think that was in the last episode. I did like how they showed him and how his daughter. Remember, his daughter was little now, now she big. So I did like that. But yeah, I like that Dro showed up, but I really didn't get the closure that I wanted. That they.
But we know he was getting a divorce, so everything wasn't up and up. I guess that's insinuated that what we thought was we got this.
That's what y'all comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. I mean, they're not done, but so do you think that he actually had an open relationship with his wife?
Yeah, was he lying?
Or was he on that BS? Comment down below.
Nah.
Who else? We said Dro. Anybody else?
What's the name of whose brother is it?
It's Issa's brother.
Yeah. And then all the family members, Issa kept on trying to flirt with Molly's brother.
Yeah.
And
That was funny. That was cool.
It was cute. Yeah. I like how they brought everybody back in, and like you said, the whole drive through from beginning to the end, so everything kind of came full circle.
Yeah. Except Daniel. I'm mad
but what's
about
name
that.
mentioned him.
She mentioned him, but where was he at though? Like, and y'all was like best friends though.
Yeah.
That's the thing though. Y'all was, and I mean, I guess for being realistic, the show is realistic, and sometimes you do fall out with people, and unfortunately, you don't never come back. Mm-hmm. But I would have really liked if they, I mean, he could have did the same thing, like the same thing that happened with Dro, like Like just, pop in, you know what I'm saying, having a quick conversation, having some type of close and then dipping out, you know what I'm saying? Because he was really there for her. He was there for her whole first set, and then she was, living with him, living under the couch. And like, I think, Daniel should have been in there. So out of one thing that I want to say the one thing I didn't like that they didn't have Daniel in there. They should have had Daniel in there. Okay, so Lawrence and Issa.
Ooh.
What you think? What you gotta say?
I love that they came full circle and they was able. I feel like they both was missing something out of their whatever they was trying to do outside of each other. They was missing something, so of course they came back to the true love or whatever. Yeah. That was the most hilarious part. Your favorite part of the thing when she was reminiscing, because she wasn't even thinking about the juice at first until they had their little party, and then she had to dream about kicking the baby. That was hilarious.
You talking about?
She wasn't even thinking about Lawrence at first.
F them kids.
Yes, that's your favorite part, right?
That was one of my favorite episodes.
And so it was like, even though she was trying to I'm Nate, she could.
She was Nate, but she wasn't really Nate though.
Him out her brain.
I mean, but I think there was little parts here and there to show that she still was
thinking about him.
But again, that's what I say though, and I said that on something else or whatever, one of our other videos or whatever. But I said about closure. I feel like that's what happens when you don't have closure, when you don't take the time to be like, okay, what's really good. Let's have an understanding of what happened, where we're at, where we're trying to go, where we, or what happened. And so because they didn't, because like I said, they didn't even really talk. She kind of was just like, I was thinking, and Lawrence was like, yeah, and then they kind of just left.
All right.
And then y'all didn't talk afterwards. Y'all didn't say, so about last night,
Right.
But I mean, it was all Lawrence. He went for what he wanted to, especially after talking to Chad.
Yeah.
And
you didn't fight for him.
Right. Like, so who cares, right? But he almost came to blows with good old Nathaniel.
Oh my gosh, that part. Woo.
Yeah.
So embarrassing.
Yeah, embarrassing but funny.
Yes, but funny. Yes. I was like, oh man.
Right. And Issa was so embarrassed, but
she was.
But yeah, he had to fight for what he wanted, and it was interesting how I liked overall what they was talking about when you make choices and how you when you're trying to figure out what you want to do and you don't know which choice is the best choice, and and I think she kind of showed that with working, if she should go with Crenshaw, you know what I'm saying, or if she should work with the other company, and what's the possibilities of what she could miss if she go one way, and the possibilities of what she could miss. And and so I thought that was really an interesting way of doing that. Yeah. And another interesting, do I think it was interesting, or it is interesting? I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I understood the way she was fast forwarding through everything. Like it would be a year later, then they was kind of jumping from birthday to birthday, like months and move fast. And so, I do like basically them really showing everybody in the show growing and thriving in life. You know what I'm saying? And even showing like different things happening. Kelly, you know what I'm saying? She get ready to have a baby, and everybody, Issa maturing in her relationship, but in her job, you know what I'm saying? And, getting to the bag and doing the things that she's been wanting to do. I just like how they was able to show that.
And I also liked how they showed the evolution of the mirror bead too. Like they showed how like when she was in college, what she looked like and stuff. And and then like her really not needing her anymore. I mean, she's like when she was going back and forth about the whole Nathan and Lawrence thing. I like how they pull.
I'm the voice in the back of your head.
Yes, I love that. She's like, don't you answer that phone. You about to get some. And that's when she was messing with some rando guy.
Right.
That was funny.
Yeah. And then I like how they do that. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It was a way of showing that how like even though they came back together, there was definitely gonna be some chicks here, some dudes here, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And eventually they might
link back up.
Come back together. Anything else? Anything else you want to address?
I think that's it.
I think that's about it too. So are we at the part where we're going ahead and give it a rating?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going ahead and do it then.
This is hard.
Come on, cuz.
I think I'm gonna give it a B+.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it wasn't as, of course, it was drama filled. Season 4 was drama filled. This was more. It was slower, but it had really good life points. And if you want to look and ponder and think, then it's great, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there. I think I'm gonna give it a B+ as well. Just like what you said, this was a really mature season. Like this season was just really mature and refined.
Very much so.
If you want to go back and look at it, like
yeah.
there really wasn't a lot of drama, but it was like just the growing pains of getting older. You know. Going forward in your career, being able to accomplish the things that you say you was gonna accomplish, getting in relationships, having babies, having birthdays, losing parents, and just dealing with that and just trying to navigate your lives, And I love how they was able to do it. Insecure is one of the dopest shows.
It is.
I guess I wonder how people are gonna look at it, years and years from now. Like I think how the way they were able to shoot and so the realism and having the music with the show, I think a lot of shows have kind of took what Issa has done and kind of applied the same method to their shows, and I really love the show Insecure.
Yes, me too.
All right, so if you want to go ahead and do us a favor, definitely give us that thumbs up. Hit that button. We definitely appreciate it and gives the opportunity for more people to see our videos. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, help me out, bruh. Go ahead and hit that button. We definitely appreciate it. You can definitely see all the videos that we have here. And if you go ahead and hit another button that's beside there, it kind of looks like a bell. If you go ahead and hit that bell, you'll get a notification every time we drop a new video. And if you want to go ahead and do us a favor.
You okay?
Yeah. Hairball.
A little choked up.
You want to go ahead and comment down below? I said a whole bunch of comments. So I can't even remember. I said the whole AKA fiasco.
Nate versus Lawrence.
Nate versus Lawrence.
Yeah.
What else did I say?
You said something about.
I don't know. Just comment. Just do that.
Just say something.
Just do that.
Say something.
Do that. All right. We appreciate. Oh yeah. And I'm sorry. And I know this review's kind of a little late. You know what I'm saying? But I've been a little busy. You know. And I kind of forgot. I thought I had done it, and I was like, "Hey man, we never did do the review for Insecure." Like, and I love Insecure, so we had to go back to make sure that we did. You know what I'm saying? Did the series review for it.
Right.
So, alrighty. Enough of my explanations. We appreciate every single one of you, and I guess we'll holler at you. Peace.